Hello and welcome back to the Queers On podcast with me, Alex Mitchell.
And me, Hollie Noble.
This week we're joined by a fantastic guest. Please welcome to the podcast, Paws Kesby, aka the Hungry Enby. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Most subtle entrance we've had. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We're very excited to have you.
I mean, this is what you call autism, right?
Yeah. Oh, we're
social cues. What are those?
we're gonna have a right awkward off, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Who do I speak to? In the room with us.
We always start with, if we could serve you any drink right now, what would be the ideal drink for you? Because no podcast has ever had that segment before. What would be the perfect drink for you right now?
Oh no. Water.
What the fuck? This is a first shout out for water on the pod. Why have water?
Because I'm autistic and I have sensory issues. It's
Oh,
the surface.
now I feel
connection.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Is
it
that
your
just like-
favourite though?
Hmm?
Is it your favourite drink?
It's not my favourite.
What's your
It's
favourite
just
drink?
my surface drink.
What's your
Depends-
favourite?
Depends what the day is.
Monday.
Monday.
We're now going through days of the week, so let's go. We're going to need 7 from you now.
I don't like Monday. I'll have a milkshake.
Christ. This is
Not what, I've got dairy intolerance.
this is usually the question where we get people like, this is the one where most people are pretty sure of their answer.
Yeah.
I'm never sure. No.
When we get into some
Actually, appetizer's pretty good.
That's a good shout, appetizer.
It's got to be the ones in the really thin glass. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proper
The
glass
proper
bottle.
ones, like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Coca-Cola comes in the original glass.
Why is all fizzy drinks better out of glass bottles?
I don't know, but they fucking are.
They are. And especially when you're in Europe and they're like really long, tall.
Yeah.
It's the flavors.
Oh, I
Let's make it better.
wish I understood that.
Drink responsibly.
yeah, of course, yeah.
You drink it through your ass. It's got down a like this.
I was talking about the mouth here. You're going.
Okay, how do you think the Queen of Hearts identifies sexually?
Oh, I mean, she's a dom.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I question her choices because she's very much after Alice, who is young. So yeah, I question her.
Is she after her?
No.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
a
she
bit
has-
of like Stockholmy syndromey vibes.
Yeah, I feel like she has issues.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, she likes head.
Right, it's a good joke. It's a good joke.
Yeah,
It's a proper
she's
joke on the pod.
definitely off with those heads.
Mhm.
Yeah. How does she identify? Ooh.
I think Pan's good. We were just
Yeah.
chatting before we started recording
Yes.
about. I used to have a routine where I talked about, jokingly talked about the difference between pansexuality and bisexuality. It was a routine. It was a joke. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. And then I came off stage and someone tried to tell me what bisexuality is. And as a bisexual, pansexual person, I was like, I'm not the person who needs to be told this. I was like, I am aware. Imagine if if I'd gone, I'm bisexual, and then she'd explained to me what that was, and I was like, oh, I've been wrong all along. What? You're telling me men and women? Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Where's
crazy.
the crockery?
Yeah, exactly. It was like absolutely mad.
Just people telling you how to identify is just a big red
I
flag.
get it all. I get it all the time when people try and tell me what bisexuality is, and I'm like, I fucking know. Like, I'm
Yeah.
aware. Yeah, it's a mess. We talk about biphobia a lot on this
Yeah.
podcast, but it is such a common thing in terms of like just everywhere you fucking go, there's someone who's got an opinion on it, and like. It just feels like as soon as one group starts to get more acceptance, they're like, let's move on to the next one. And they're just like, so like, we've gone through like gay people and then we've moved on to bisexual people. At the minute, obviously trans people and non-binary people are getting a hell of a lot of abuse. I just don't know when it stops. Okay, well done you if you're not aware.
I mean, I'm only visible once a year, trying to stay at visibility. So I'm invisible currently. This is not me speaking.
No, I got told off the other day as well by a similar person.
What, me?
No, not a similar person. A similar person to the woman who tried to explain what bisexuality is. It was just a silly joke. I said, I said, gay men and bisexual men, we get Pride once a year, and I love Pride, but I think we should have more, because lesbians, they get so many different types of Pride. And everyone was like, what? And I was like, yeah, they get so many different types of Pride. They've got actual Pride, they've got the Women's Football World Cup, and they've got the B&Q January sale, right? And this woman came up to me afterwards and she was like, I thought that was... And I was like, of all the people to be angry at, like, come on. Like, there was a guy before me who did 10 minutes about paedophiles. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean?
Is she a lesbian?
I don't know.
They also have the marches where they pretend to be lesbians, but they're actually just transphobic.
What are you referring to?
There's a lot of
lesbian strike.
there's a lot of transphobia coming out of just the gay community.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's
at the minute.
veiled in feminism. Feminism is about equality for everyone, and it's veiled in that. And if you were a feminist, you would want equality for everyone.
Yeah.
But there is some lesbians who think that trans women don't belong in that community.
Oh,
Do you know, like,
We'll
you know,
go
like,
down that
you know,
rabbit
like J.K. Rowling,
yes.
the villain in our story who comes up almost every episode. Shout out to you, J.K., if you're listening.
How is she like the leader of the lesbians?
I thought you were going to be like, how is she doing? How is she? Has anyone checked in with J.K. recently?
I don't understand how is she, as a straight cis woman, an icon for lesbian women?
Because that bitch can write a book. That is why
Can she? Have
Can't-
you seen the grammatical errors in those books?
she can't name an Asian character, but she can write a book. That's what she can do.
I can write a book, but I'm not transphobic.
Yeah, but that's...
I'm also not rich and have a castle or mold growing in my place, but you know. I do like to make... so I'm a witch, and J.K. Rowling...
Whoa! Whoa!
Hold on.
What the fuck?
You just dropped my in a sentence. So I'm a witch.
So I'm a witch, and you're all cursed now.
J.K. Rowling's listening, and she has wet socks. That might be my fault. So I'm...
Did you slow
What?
down?
So
Is this some kind of weird voodoo shit?
I have a thing where I like to wish minor inconveniences upon people because I'm not a bad
Yeah,
person.
that's good.
And I think
like
minor
that.
inconveniences are probably the most
Mm.
horrible thing to wish upon a
Oh,
person.
Yeah.
So I wish you have moist socks for the rest of your life because that must be the worst thing to cope with.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Like,
Yeah, there's a few people,
Yeah.
performers.
yeah. Oh, I hope when you when you get like your yogurt and muesli from Pret a Manger, I hope you forget your spoon.
Alex.
Like that kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Alex.
Oh yeah, that was a middle class drop. Yeah, it's usually you. Well, this is the thing. I couldn't think of anything more like.
What did you say? Granola
You
and
get your-
yogurt from Pret a Manger.
Yeah, do you know you get that all the time?
I do, but I didn't think you did.
No, I don't. That's why I just wish it on all those people because I hate all those people so much. Stop going to Pret a Manger and buying that shit.
I don't go to Pret a Manger. I don't.
Do you
I
not?
don't. I
No,
really
no.
don't like
You're too busy in Gales, right?
it.
Boots. Yeah, Boots is great because I love to get my sushi where I can also buy tights. Well,
Boots.
oh, I thought you said boots. I was confused. I was like, what?
Boots.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was confused.
Eyes check for you there.
Oh, you're a witch.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
About
other,
that.
what other minor inconveniences are you wishing on people?
It's
No, I'm more
usually soggy socks.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Moist socks because I like the word moist.
Okay.
I do too.
It's great
Yeah.
because it
Why
makes
people
people feel
hate it?
uncomfortable.
Do you hate the word moist?
I don't hate like I'm not like one of these people who's like their entire personality is hating that word.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
like pairing
fun.
it with words like moist gusset.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird.
that's
Not good. I also at first I misheard you and I thought you went, I also like purring. And I was like, yeah, that's wrong. Like, don't do that. Don't say moister than purr at people.
Could you explain?
Yeah, so spirituality and things like
Okay.
that.
So, what can you do with the witchiness?
Not access most comedy venues.
This is going to be what can you actually do with your witch powers? I imagine it's going to be
I'm trying
very
to
little.
levitate.
Yeah, right.
Currently.
So do you like have like? Are you like into like the crystals and?
A bit.
Yeah. You're into
Yeah.
crystals, right?
Yeah. As much as a lesbian is.
Yeah. It does make me. I like good vibes only.
Yeah.
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 I had this thing
Have
where
you
like,
seen those rose quarters dildos that
Yes.
are like charged in the moonlight?
that's mad. That's
Imagine.
batshit. Sorry, just have to put my dildo out of the washing line. Got to charge it up. What? that's insane.
I used to use one as a doorstop in my old house.
Right, of course you fucking did.
Because
Of course you.
there was a door, you know, the doors that like if you've got a door that like it swings, like it doesn't
Yeah.
properly stay
Both
open.
ways.
Yeah.
Lovely work.
Very
Lovely work.
And I just propped it with it.
I wanted to ask a question, but I can't because I'll be cancelled.
Oh, please do.
I was just genuinely going to ask, if you're using a dildo as a doorstop, how many dildos do you have in your house?
I mean, you've got to have a selection. It
Yeah,
depends.
yeah.
It depends
Depends on the
what
day. Depends on the. You're pairing drinks with it, depending on the day, right? You're like this.
You
This
know.
this dildo goes perfectly with a light
It's
Merlot.
You have ones for different occasions.
Yes,
You just have the one.
It
I
also depends
I
on
wouldn't
the
know.
day you're
I
feeling
wouldn't
that day,
know.
how much time you've got,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
whether you've got company,
If
whether
it's
you've got
charged.
company that doesn't want to hear you, whether you've got company that you want them to hear you.
I live with my mum and dad. All of mine are hidden.
Do you think that we just had one?
No, I assume no.
One
But
dildo to rule them all.
yeah, the king of the dildo.
Well,
I mean, there is usually like a, well, I wouldn't call them the king of the dildos, but
oh my god, have you ever looked at reviews on sex toys? Because if you haven't when you get home, please.
I'm so gonna do it when I get in.
Best thing to
That's
read.
so funny.
massages, air quotes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But just like the fact that people leave reviews on sex toys and they are always like novels.
Christ.
The bad reviews are the
Incredible.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but bad reviews of anything are good.
Yeah, like agony aunt reviews.
Yeah. There's a guy who just leaves deliberately terrible reviews just on like really famous places in the world. Sorry to get off sex toys. But it's only
Sorry.
I mean, usually we get off on.
well, yeah. I've got work to do. I've got to put the washing on. Got to get off this thing.
Gotta put this out in the moonlight.
You got to charge it. Oh, it's out of charge. Got to put it out in the moonlight.
Oh, it's a red moon tonight. Oh, damn it.
What does that mean?
It's more of a yellow moon charge.
I had a friend the other day, like, and it's like, again, it's a catchphrase on the pod. I'm not a well man.
No.
So I had a friend the other day, and she was messaging me, and I was like, she was like, how you doing? And I was like, not great. I was like, I'm in Stevenage and I'm crying. That was like, so a lot of things have gone wrong, right? And she was like, oh gosh, and she was chatting to me. She's really into horoscopes. She was like, maybe it's just because, and she's really into astrology. So she was like, some planets in retrograde.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think that's the case. Like, I know what planet's making me sad. It's this one. Like, it's particularly the western part of it. That's making me feel pretty rough, I'll be honest. Like, but it's this guy leaves 1-star reviews of like really famous places in the world, like incredible landmarks. My favorite one, he gave a 1-star review to Christ the Redeemer, and he put terrible day, a seagull stole my ice cream, 1 star. At Christ the Redeemer. I just think that's great. I love reviews of comedy clubs because people will either just like rip into one comic they've seen, and that's brutal, or it'll be people who just don't understand what a comedy club is, and they'll be like, that's really fun when people
Yeah.
rip into those. That is hilarious.
I like bad reviews. I think
Mm.
it is enjoyable, but sex toy reviews particularly
Mhm.
fantastic.
Mint
Mint.
condition. No one's buying a second-hand one, are they? There's not enough fairy liquid in the world.
Here's a question:
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
if you,
I think I know what's coming. Not us.
What? Speak for yourself.
Hey, I love doing this podcast. I love podcasting.
When one owns a sex toy and they are with someone,
Yeah.
and they're no longer with that. So, Alex,
Who keeps it? Who gets custody?
if you no. If you ever had a partner
Wow.
and you had a sex toy and you broke up with that partner, like you do,
Oh, regularly. Also, just for the record, it's been well documented in a lot of comedy shows I've done. The last relationship I was in for about 18 months, and at the end of 18 months, he revealed to me that he'd been in another relationship, which he started 5 years prior to getting with me. And then he got engaged to that person 6 months before meeting with me. And he went ahead with the marriage. Bleakest day of my life, but made a really good Edinburgh show. And I made a lot of fucking money. So that is...
Swings and
This is my success rate with dating and relationships.
No, what I'm saying is if you buy a sex toy when you're in that relationship, when you leave that relationship and you're keeping that sex toy, for example, are you then, because if you get with a partner, right, and this is a lot with lesbians, so if you get a new girlfriend and she's like, want me to get this out, it's like, I know for a fucking fact that has been used on other people.
Yeah.
And how much has that been watched?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not enough.
So my last partner, I can't believe I'm saying this on the podcast. You know when you start a sentence and you go, oh, this is a bad decision, but we're going through with it anyway. We bought new ones when we got a relationship because I was like, I ain't using these. And also at this point, bearing in mind, I didn't realise he was in a relationship and had a partner who he fucking lived with. I didn't know this. Like, I'd go round to his house and he just got rid of all the photos of him and his partner in his house. Like, genuinely awful, right? It's crazy, right? Absolutely mental. So, like, we bought new ones. Yeah, the admin for an affair is unbelievable. Yeah. I didn't even know I was in it. So I think, kudos to him. You know, absolute cunt. But he had a great diary and he was good at scheduling. Fair play to him. Yeah. Right, that is so we bought new ones. But I would say you keep the ones that you like and you use.
Yes.
And he can keep the shit ones that he used.
That's fine keeping them. But when you meet someone new and they're like, I'm going to open this drawer. Here's my selection. Are you going, yeah, that's fine.
It's my selection. Careful peruse of the menu.
I'll look at that further. Adding sex work.
Expand on that.
When you do sex work, you can't see the raised.
I didn't know this. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been used on
potentially.
Yeah, I see
lots of other people.
Saying.
Okay, right. Yeah.
But then it's like having drinks with your mates. Just lots of other mates with.
I don't think it's like having drinks with your mates. I don't think it's like having drinks with your mates. No, I would say.
I've had that with my friends.
I don't know. There's been some nights.
I don't know how to answer your question really.
No,
because I think in
the throes of passion.
With my last partner, we just bought new ones.
Yeah.
And I've been single for a while now, so.
But I think it is a common thing
to
just be like, oh, this is what
I will say, like, for the most part, I'm pretty happy being single. And I think that's like, but I'm pretty happy being single because. I'm pretty happy. No, because there's just even. You don't always need a man to be able to get you there, is what I'm saying. And you know that better than anyone. But even as a man who likes men, you don't need a man. So a lot of the time, all the time.
Let's stop.
Profusely.
Why did those words come on?
I stopped just a part and then I'm straight back on it.
I mean, I've been married.
I'm so glad you said married. I've been married. I've been wanking first. So.
I mean, I hate mine so much I transitioned away from them.
Even I don't want to be one.
That is fair.
But yeah, I just do it myself a lot of the time. But I think that's just marriage, to be fair.
Can't
wait.
3 months to go.
To be fair to me, it's just real. It's just like, I'm stressed, right? See you in 5 minutes.
What?
Let's come back down and I'll watch Gordon Ramsay.
That is a weird post. I love the idea that you would mean like I'm stressed, give me 5 minutes. Just gonna take my ID upstairs.
Stress relief, let's face it. I am asexual.
I'm clutching my pearls.
I am asexual though. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm a sex worker. I'm asexual. And
my God.
How the fuck does that work? That's incredible.
About that,
yes. So there's a misconception that asexual people can't have sex. Like, I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I just resent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's cases where
It's like me with
like,
comedy.
I'll
I do it, but I resent it.
For 12 years, Dave.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No.
fucking do it.
It's like my favourite drink, you know.
Right.
So,
I'll drink water out of necessity, you know.
Right,
sometimes I'll
okay,
have a
yeah.
wank because it's good for, you know, relieving stress.
but you
I will say, there are other ways to relieve stress.
but you don't
Punchatore.
Yeah.
you don't enjoy it.
There's sometimes
Because my understanding, and clearly it is wrong, of
It's a
asexual people is
spectrum.
right. Okay.
Like sometimes it's enjoyable, but I could like not do anything for a year, and I'm like, yeah.
I love being educated on these things. So
It's a massive spectrum because you know, like demisexual.
I actually don't.
So demisexual is where people might need to build a trust up with a person
Oh, got you.
before they can have sexual
Like they wouldn't have a one night
relations
stand.
with a person. Yeah, so they wouldn't necessarily have a one night stand.
Yeah.
That could come under the spectrum of asexuality, but I wouldn't want to get corrected by an aggressive slam poet.
Aggressive slam poet. That's who I got corrected by on my definition of bisexuality.
But yeah, like asexuality, it's a spectrum. It's just some people feel it's a different feeling of sexuality. It's not as simple as I just love sex and this is a thing. Sometimes I'm like, yeah.
Interesting.
But like when I did lots of sex work, it was a case I did it because I was broke.
Yeah.
And,
you
I'm,
saw it as
and
work,
I'm
right?
trans, I'm a flesh sack. Like when I had gender affirming surgery, I had it to be more aerodynamic, not because, you know, of other stuff. It
Oh
didn't
my
actually
God.
help.
He describes things as just
To be
like
fair,
a like a Ken doll.
to be fair, like when I had my gender affirming surgery, it was like I want the least restrictive thing. Like having things down there is ironically a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I grew these. I'm pointing at my boobs. Audio display.
For the listener,
For the list.
for the tape, for the tape.
I am
I never say that. We just should.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at my boob.
Just just for the listener, assume Holly always is. It's a bad trait.
Always.
for the listener. I am pointing at my mahoosive breast. I didn't want boobs. They just happened. And I was like, I wasn't bothered as long as I didn't have a chest. And it was just a thing. But I am more buoyant now. So even if I am rubbish. at swim-
Aerodynamic and buoyant.
But like,
You're going to be great at a triathlon.
so-
You've just become a triathlete.
like, my thought is like, because I have non-epileptic seizures, if I'm driving near a lake, it now means that I have more chance of surviving because I'll float.
Okay, a lot of questions here. Number one being, there's no way you should be driving.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say. I also
I did used to have a motorbike. Oh.
I love that this will be the next thing J.K. Rowling picks up on.
Yeah.
She'll be like, these trans women becoming women just so if they crash their cars into lakes. Like, they don't actually care about being women. They just want to
Driving into public spaces.
yeah, driving into
The more aerodynamic.
just so they could be quicker and
Aerodynamically going into toilet.
yeah, exactly. Just so they could float their way into bathrooms. Like, it's absolutely hideous. Again, shout out JK if you're listening. Good to hear from you, my friend.
How's the mold doing?
Yeah, I didn't realise that asexuality was the spectrum. Did you?
Yeah.
No. My knowledge of asexuality is very limited, as I think is
Mine
a lot
was.
of
I
people.
didn't know about asexuality until I got married. And my wife was like, oh, by the way, you don't have to have sex if you don't want to. I was like, wait, what? Because
Oh.
I always assumed, and so this is why my relationships never worked, because I was very much, I have to have sex
This has to
every
happen.
day to have a relationship. And they ended up turning toxic.
Every day, that's
Oh,
That's a lot of effort.
I used to
Yeah.
film porn, I was doing all sorts of stuff, and I just hated it. And it was just a thing. And it just didn't work. It ended up toxic, and I was just like, it got to the point I'd have sex and then I'd sleep on the couch. Because I'm like, I'm just exhausted, I'm not liking this. And then I got married, I'm like, oh, I don't have to do this. This is cool. Cool. Cuddles are awesome.
Mhm.
I like this. I like intellectual conversation. That is sexy. Like, that is awesome.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you've joined this podcast.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. This is not intellectual or sexy.
Alright, that's what I've got to watch.
So, oh god, this is gonna be a really personal question. But
Oh,
It's fine. I
You
mean,
brought
I've
it
just
up.
described on the podcast that I've had surgery for my
buoyancy purposes.
yes, buoyancy and aerodynamic. Like J.K. Rowling, I will be joining the Olympics, by the way.
yeah, I'm coming straight
I am
into the
disabled
triathlon.
and I can't really run, but you know, I will get that gold
Oh,
medal one day.
it is only a matter of time before she starts coming for the disabled. So that's
Did
there.
you
She's got a
do
hit
roller
list.
derby? Like I came out as trans in roller derby, and like
This is the most gayest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I came out during roller derby. Yes.
not while playing. That
That would have been amazing.
Can you imagine
Skating around, then
I
just like,
get
I'm
hit off-
gay.
hit off track. Oh my god, I'm not a man.
It all happened because you got.
Got kicked in the nuts.
That's the next theory. It's going to be, isn't it? It's going to paracetamol causes autism and
Yeah.
roller derby causes homosexuality.
The response when I came out was, "Yeah, we knew," and I was like,
Yeah, that's
"Oh."
fine.
And then the next question was, "When are you joining the team?" I was like, "Oh, this is different." And then I found transphobia existed afterwards.
Oh, that's a bad way round to find out.
I was like,
That's
"Oh
a-
shit."
yeah.
That's a
Maybe
bad
I
way
should
to
have
find
found that
out.
first.
Yeah, that's a bad way to find out,
yeah, I
man.
played for the team, but I was not a gold medalist. I was good at the sport, like really good. But like I was a B team and I was head of training for Leeds roller derby. Like I was
Yeah.
good. I loved roller derby. But then I had to choose between do I pay for hormones or can I continue playing roller derby because I couldn't do both.
Right.
So I stopped and then I became more disabled and I was like, oh, apparently grip on wheels doesn't work.
You're telling me. I fell over on the tube the other day and a bloke just stepped over me. Genuinely, yeah. And I was like, this is London. This is what this is, isn't it? Yeah. But then, like, as he stepped over me, I made sure, like, gave him a bit of a bash with my stick on the ankle, right? But, made it out, like, accidental, right? And then credit to this guy he was amazing. He was a guy who worked for Transport for London. He was there and, he was just, like, on the barriers. He came and went, you're right. I got back to the field. I'm very embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then as I got up, he did just whisper into my ear, good shot on that guy. I was like, yes. So that restored my faith in humanity. That it was really.
So when you're watching Gordon Ramsay, and then you're like, right, I'm just gonna go release some stress.
Gordon Ramsay to do with it?
It's fucking wrong.
yeah.
Sandwich.
Oh, it's time.
My favourite Gordon Ramsay quote of all time is, that squid's so fucking raw I can still hear it pissing off SpongeBob. That's my favourite one of all time. Absolutely insane, man.
Season 19, I think. On our rewatch.
So do you not have a sexual desire during that time? It's more like a. It's more like a.
Is it more just like,
Sorry, I can't hear desire without that song.
is it more just like 6 o'clock to 6:15? It's time.
It's time.
Put an egg timer out. Let's go.
I'm trying to be serious here. I genuinely want to know. What is it? Not a sexual desire. It's like a.
It depends if I've got the energy sometimes, I'm like, can I be asked?
Is that not the same with
You're
everyone?
just choosing. You said I want to go have a wank.
Sometimes it's not that I want to. Sometimes it's like, do I have the energy? Am I having a flare up? Because sometimes if I have a wank, I might have a flare up because I'm too tired afterwards.
Right.
I've had a seizure after a wank, which is fun. Not.
I mean, yeah, that's
Twitches and seizures, that's even better. Twitches and wanks are
Mate, yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
I'm need to be careful what I say. 'Cause
I think we're going to move on. We're going to move on to a section now.
really trying not to
We're gonna move on to a section now called gay rage, right?
I've got gay rage.
We're going. We're just going to talk more about J.K. Rowling, I think. Yeah. And we want something that's really annoying you at the minute or winding you up. It can be something very, very little, or something like a major issue in the world, or it can be, like I say, something absolutely tiny. Recently, we've had someone who told us that he doesn't think car parks are fun anymore. That was one of my favourite ones.
Make car parks fun.
Makes car parks fun again. Yeah, that was. We're gonna. Oh, if we ever get merch. Parks fun again. Oh, we're getting that on a hat.
I was at a council meeting thing, and I was like, "Make Armley great again," and then I realised, oh, damn it, it matches.
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah. For those of you who don't know who are listening, because we've got listeners all over the place, Armley is a place in Yorkshire, and there's a prison in Armley.
I live next to that prison.
Do you live next to the prison?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's got a cemetery next to it as well, so you know.
Lovely.
Natural selection.
Yeah, nice.
There's a school if you want to learn about it. Near it.
Nice,
It's
great.
Catholic.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But there is a
Anyway.
there is also there's a prison in Armley, but there is also a nightclub in Leeds called Prism.
Yes.
And I was once much younger, meeting some friends in that club, and my friends got in a taxi to go to the club, and we want to go to Prism, and the taxi driver took them to Armley Prison. And they got out because they'd not been before, and they were like, "This is a weird nightclub," and we're like, "It's a fucking prison with quite high security."
Very high security.
Oh, they put right wrong-uns in there.
It's a bad,
Yeah.
bad prison.
Yeah, bad prison.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your gay rage? What's annoying you right now?
Accessible events. So
Yeah.
I have barely done any events, and one thing what frustrates me, especially trying to find events, everyone wants videos and stuff of my events, and I'm like, well, technically I've been gigging since before COVID, but I think I have 2 videos, and I could probably count the amount of times I've gigged in person on my hands because I can't get into venues. And people are like, the venue's accessible, and then you get there and there's like a step that's trying really hard to be accessible.
Yeah, I did a really good. I had a really good story about this where I did a gig recently in Leeds, and it was an all-disabled lineup, including 2 wheelchair users, and the disabled toilet was on the 2nd floor, and there wasn't a lift up there.
Oh god!
And it was just like, and that is so common. Like, it's so common. And I do. There are a lot of challenges that face like your traditional comedy clubs in terms of making them accessible. Is a nightmare for the venue. But there has to be something. Yeah, there has to be something done that's better, because right now it's just an absolute nightmare, and to the point where we're seeing, I hate the phrase disabled comedian. I'm often described regularly as a disabled comedian, and I'd much rather be a comic who happens to be disabled rather than a disabled comedian, because I mean, most of the time it's because that's all that's ever spoken to me about. Like, that's the most important, that's the most relevant and interesting thing about me. And actually, there's a lot more to me than the fact I'm disabled. There's a lot more to me than that, and it's really gets quite frustrating, particularly like when you're in green rooms and stuff, because then all people talk to you about in green rooms, where they're talking to me about my disability, or what I want is like, let's ask me what my needs are, how am I going to play the venue, what do I need, and then leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like, let's make sure I can get in, and then we'll leave it at that. We don't have to talk about it anymore. That's like my big gripe with it at the
Also,
minute.
talk to the person how they want to be described. Like,
Yeah.
How's that so difficult?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, to me, like, I'm a very visibly trans person. Like, if anyone looked at me, I basically look like a confused grandma who's coming into a tech conference. Anyway, but like, I basically, I like talking about my disabilities, but I don't focus as much on my trans identity because I'm just trans. Like, that's just a thing. But I focus so much on disability because I do a heck of a lot of disability activism. So that is a core thing about me.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And that's the thing. Like, you don't focus on that because that's not as integral to you, but it is to me. And that's the thing with disability and identity, is like, you need to talk to the person and understand what means something to them, rather than just assume, oh, they're disabled, so that must be their whole thing. Like, just because they're disabled, it doesn't mean their whole stand-up routine is going to be like about that. you know, it could be about the mold on the wall, you know.
Yeah. And also, that's the thing about, I do think it also does work the other way in terms of like, it's obviously not something we'd actually want, but in terms of like being disabled comedians or comics who happen to be disabled, is we do have to educate those people as well, right? Because we can't just assume they know,
No.
right? And it's the same thing where like you can't just assume people know what the right thing is to do, right? And so actually, you know, having those open and honest conversations is important, but let's not make it all about that. You know what I mean? Like let's have those open and honest conversations. Let's go, actually, the right terminology to use would be this, or actually what I really need is this, and what would benefit your venue would be this, because it might just be something they've never thought of, which is completely reasonable, right? And I do think that's reasonable because it's you know, for someone who isn't disabled, you can't just expect them to know what's needed and what's not, right?
Absolutely.
It's not a case of just getting a ramp in your venue. You know what I mean? It's not just as simple as that.
I mean, I'm having a massive discussion. I get very involved in politics, especially around disabilities. My brain just cleared then. That's a first. Not. And yeah, there's so much to go on it, but when it's obvious things, I went to an event once and it was literally called Below the Stairs. So that's a red flag. And the lift was not only in another building.
Oh, that's all the time.
You had to go in another building because the event was literally downstairs, which were outside. You had to go in another building, which was upstairs. So you had to go upstairs to get to this lift in another building, which the doors were locked, but you had to go in the building to get someone, and then the lift had stock in it, which had to be emptied, and they didn't have keys for this lift. And the best part about it, the person that needed to get in that was my wife, who was the headliner for the event. And they were non-disabled.
And that's the thing I know is like, you know, unfortunately, we can't expect all venues to be accessible. We just can't. Unfortunately, that's just something that happens. But don't fucking book me. Like, if I can't get there, because like I've made the effort to get here. I've had to pay myself to get here. To then go, I can't get on the stage. That's like, what the fuck? Like, it's mad. It's absolutely batshit.
And like, it's like just ask the person. You know, we talk about, you know, having that conversation. People just assume this is what we're going to do. Like, let's say someone's like, you're in a wheelchair and we've got a stage, we've got nowhere. Oh, we're gonna lift you up on that. It's like, I'm a person, not a fucking fridge. That literally happens at venues.
They said they're going to lift you up onto the stage.
That happened. I know there was a person I saw on Facebook. There were a flight of stairs, and they said they'd lift them up, and that was a disabled, inclusive event. And they said, "Oh, don't worry, people will help lift you up the flight of stairs."
Yeah, that's rough.
And they're like, But
That's
yeah,
rough, mate.
that is
rough.
something that can get in the bin. It's just like, I understand it. Like, venues are undergoing so much shit because landlords are awful. Venue costs are extremely extortionate. It is really hard to secure events, and I really empathize with event organizers. I used to run an accessible events organization with my wife. We don't do it anymore because we did it at a loss. You know, it is extremely difficult, and even our events had access issues. You know, slam poets that don't know what asexuality
I mean, it is. It's just
difficult.
It is. It is.
But it can get in the bin. And it's meant that through I actually liked COVID. And that sounds like such a weird thing to say because it was awful. But COVID was the best time for me. I got to gig with Rosie Jones like through COVID. Like, that was something never in my life.
Were these just like all online gigs? And stuff?
I did that with, I think it was Laughable. Shout out to them because they are awesome. And I'd love to gig with them again, but I can't get to London. But like, you know, that gave me some massive opportunities, and I've never had them again. You know, I did the gigs with obviously You Can Laugh, you know. Their gigs were brilliant, but sad news with them,
Yeah.
and that's really sad. And that's the thing is, there's just not enough funding readily available for
Yeah.
disabled comics and disabled venues and things. So yeah, that is my disabled raid. Disabled raid?
Gay
Gay
rage.
rage.
Yeah, mate, it works both
It's
ways.
both. Yeah, it's
Well-
bisexual raid.
Well, now we've very depressed ourselves. We go into a section called Feeling Pride.
Yes.
We just want one little thing that's making you feel quite happy in life at the minute or quite proud. at the minute.
Assistance dogs. So I run a accessible. Come on, brain, work. I run an assistance dog organisation, not for profit, and I train assistance dogs. And assistance dogs give me so much joy because they give access to people, literally save lives, get them into work, get them out places. And one massive joy for me was we secured some local authority funding, which means a sensible child has some funding to get an assistance dog.
That's great.
So they don't have to pay
That's
an
great.
extortionate amount because it can cost you £15,000 to get an assistance dog.
Jack, I don't know.
Or wait 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
The waiting list. It's why I do the work I do, because I'm trying to get rid of that barrier. Like, I'm not fit to work, so I created an organisation to get people into work.
Nice.
Like, that's kind of what I do now. And I'm just a
It's
tired
incredible.
thing.
Yeah,
But that
it's
gives me
great.
so much joy because not only are dogs awesome, they can do so much, and the joy on both the dog's face when it learns a new trick, which is just so much joy. But like the things they can do to give people access is just incredible, and yeah, that's like mass joy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yep.
Dogs are awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah, nice. We're gonna wrap up now, and we end with what we call queer fire questions. Right? We're gonna give you a number of different categories, not many, and you just need to say the gayest thing in that category, the first thing that pops into your head. Okay. So we start with, what is the gayest film?
Lost Boys.
Cool. Great.
Shop.
Ah, damn it. Hobbycraft.
Nice. Yeah. Breed of dog.
Oh no. I can't do quick fire. There's so many gay dogs. I mean, my dog's pretty gay, so
Your own dog.
with Labrador.
Okay. Cool.
Car.
I hate cars. It's got to be a Robin Reliant.
Yeah. Nice. That's nice. Person in this room.
It's got to be me, right?
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Paws Kesby. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much to you at home for listening. This has been the Queers On podcast. We'll see you again next time. Bye.